Hi guys, welcome to Fast Panda, and in this video we're going to be reviewing scenery, one from Antenocity's workshop and a couple from TTcombat. Both companies are from different ends of the spectrum, so hopefully you'll get an honest review, and neither of them are paying us to do this, so it's an honest review and I hope you like it. Let's get started.
Hi guys, we're here today at Fast Panda Studio B, where I'm going to be assembling and giving you my opinions on a piece of terrain. The piece of terrain in question is this. It is the Happy Panda Noodles from Antenocity's workshop. This is the Mark II, which I think the difference is basically it doesn't have all the resin bits and pieces that the original one had. I'm a big fan of Antenocity workshop terrain. I backed their forward base Kickstarter a while back quite heavily. Let's see if we can get that to behave itself. There we go. So what have we got? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that lovely smell of laser cut MDF. A few bits and pieces on instructions, a few of these nice panels. See if we can get those in focus for you. I'll save on some painting. That's the other nice thing about this kit. It's all pre-painted, so it's just a case of getting it assembled. That's far healthier than my fridge. Get assembled, and then we can start getting some games on it. So a few nice bits of acrylic there with the little panda logo on it. Yeah, what else we got? Thing to remember with these kits, and they do say it on their website, but I still see people commenting that they haven't noticed, is they're all, oh, that's going to be the folding bit. That's going to be a delicate piece, isn't it? They are all have this protective film on it, which you need to peel off, which can be a bit time consuming, but does leave you with a lovely painted surface. See if I can get, there you go, you see. There we go. You can see we get that nice, once you peel the protective film off, you get the nice painted MDF underneath. It is important to do that. They do say on their website, but I do see people forget every time. I do like that. Nice texture on the floor and roof pieces, and the Antenocity workshop kit's always really nice quality. Look at that, lovely pieces in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all assembled, and I shall come back once it's in one piece, and we can put a model next to it and see what it's going to be like for cover, what it's going to be like for usability. Hopefully I won't make a complete mess of it. Back in a bit, guys. So there we are, all finished. One Happy Panda Noodles bar.
Okay guys, welcome to Studio A, and for my scenery I've picked some TTcombat stuff, and some kind of industrial type stuff. So I've gone out and bought some table covering stuff. So this is just a low level bit of scatter terrain to go on a mat like this, just to kind of give it a bit more texture, a bit more height. There's not going to be much height in this one, I don't think, but it's really just for decoration. I've also got this one, which I'm hoping you can get some good kind of like lines of sight blocking terrain around this, some interesting shapes, and go up over the top, give some better stuff. I saw it and I thought that might be interesting, and maybe if you actually go inside there, it's instant death if you actually go inside there. But anyway, another one, and this one, a bit heavier. I just like it because it's big, that big line of sight blocking terrain that goes in the middle of the table. Or you can go up high, there's plenty of things around, you can hide in and out around, so that should be interesting. All this lot came to about 40 quid, I'll get the proper numbers in a minute, but I think it's really good value. You can get a lot of terrain for your money. Okay, it's not pre-painted and you have to paint it and all that kind of stuff, but for me, I kind of like it. Okay, so I've took the cellophane off. So the Sector platform looks like this. So pretty straightforward. There's only two slides to it. Both of them are not very complicated, so this will get chucked together very quickly. I think it's going to be silver, something nice and dark, something like that. Not going to be much cover from this thing because these things are about the height of them. So you can go prone behind them, but it's not going to be too much of a line of sight blocking. But You can shuffle across, and might be interesting to see how it plays. We'll have a look in a minute. So that was the flying platform. Get rid of that. And this one is the Sector 4 Mega Turbine. There's a few more to this. So as you can see, we've got some bits and pieces. It's quite nice. It's a decent thickness. It's a bit of detail in there. It's not too dull. But for the money, I don't think you can get any better, really. That's quite nice. I do like these kind of thing because I'm terrible at writing, especially text, freehand. I'm not very good. I'm totally average. But these are quite nice. A little bit detail on them, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So put some yellow chevrons on there. Yellow chevrons is always good. So again, pretty dull, really. There, the steps. Nothing really to kind of worry about. I think it'll go together pretty straightforward. These are the platform into the centre where the two main characters will have a battle above the big fan, as they do in all the films. I'm gonna have to try and make that happen. Yeah, a close combat thing will be good fun on that one. So that one is the Mega Turbine, and the big one, the power station. Let me get, oh, because there's a few to this one. Can't get all in shot. So Sector 4 power station, a bit like the Sector 4 Mega Turbine. I love this stuff. Industrial Hive, you can use it for all kinds of different game systems. Necromunda's probably a good one. Not too sure about 40k, it might not be gothic enough, but certainly there's plenty of things you could use this for. Star Wars, yeah, I can see this being used on Star Wars, some kind of industrial place. I don't know what to do with these doors yet, whether to have them welded shut, open, access given. I think once it's together we'll have a look and see what they look like and how I can access the internals, just so this... I do like to be able to go into buildings with models, so I'll have to think about that. Again, I quite like the detail. I'm guessing this is where this is the side part, so it's quite a decent size. So have a look how long this thing's going to be. Oh yeah, this is out of, well, lengthwise it's 10 inches. So I can stand at the other side and be out of zone of control. I don't think I'll tell my opponent that straight away. And, oh, it's quite a nice little touch. So this one got quite a bit to it. I think this was about 20 quid. Still, for 20 quid you get half a tree. So yeah, I'm looking forward to building this one. This was, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this one. This one's going to be a nice big central piece. Okay, join me later and I'll hopefully have stuck something fit together. Thank you. Okay, you join me while I put in the Mega Turbine together. It looks fiddly, that's because it is, especially one-handed. But to be fair, the slots are going into the holes very easily for half an hour. And it's quite a decent size as well. So hopefully it will be okay. But yeah, I just wanted to show just how complicated this thing is to go together. It should look okay. But yeah, lots of pre-builds and little bits to go together. Slowly but surely. And yes, dead fiddly. But let's see what it's like when I've finished. Okay, so I'm here, Stormshroud's here with me.
Hi guys.
And we are going to review the scenery that we've just made. Two totally different styles and two different manufacturers. This is Antenocity's Workshop and this is TTcombat. I'll let you know now, neither of those have sent it us for free to review. We've bought this stuff. We've gone online and we've bought it ourselves. If you feel like sending us some more, that'd be cool. But we've gone out and bought this. This is not endorsed stuff, okay? So, with that in mind, so we'll have a look at the Antenocity's Workshop first. And so, what was it like to put together?
It went together like a dream. I think, as I said in my little bit when I was assembling it, as long as you remember to peel off the protective film, which does take a while, is a bit time intensive. Other than that, the instructions are online, the instructions are great. It all goes together nice and smoothly.
It's first thing I've seen here is the very tight MDF you've got. On the TTcombat, it's a bit fibery. That looks like a really quality MDF they've used.
They give it a paint, which I think helps. It seals all the edges as well, where it seeps through down the laser cuts and stuff. But it's a lovely quality product to work with. I've got a bunch of the other kits from the Forward Base Kickstarter that they did, and yeah, the quality is fantastic. They're really fun to work with. The only thing I did was behind these vents, I painted it black so that the red didn't show through. Other than that, that is exactly as it comes out of the box.
So out of the box, on the table, and you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And you've got the different thicknesses of MDF and card or whatever. That's nice touch. A bit of roof detail.
Also doubles as a handle to get the roof off.
Yeah, let's have a look.
And you got a load of.
And you've got fridges. I can see fridges. Fridges in
far healthier than my fridge, I think.
Zoom in a little bit better. One way. Here we go. There we go. Fridges.
But it's nice. The fridges and the counter and the cookery, the cooking appliances all add detail to the interior without taking up the floor space. Because it's not a big building.
No.
It's about 8 by 4. So it doesn't take up a huge footprint on the table, but there's still quite a lot of nice detail in the kit.
And we can hide things.
There's definitely a couple of sniper perches.
Let me grab a sniper. Bear with me.
I'm sure that you've got a sniper within easy reach.
I do have a sniper.
Half a dozen of the damn things.
I do have a sniper. And I'm sure that will look... That's as cinematic as you get. Let me see if I can get a bit closer. Yeah.
It's a really nice building to work, really nice kits to work with. Comes out with a really nice building. A lot of character in it. I mean, this little Oriental style font. You've got Happy Panda everywhere, and the big Panda logo just adds to the character of a board.
Yeah, it's got a little.
That's 2 bits of white MDF with a bit of black card in the middle.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
And the door's open.
The door's open, and they're hinged, so you don't lose them.
Big thing.
Yeah. A number of times I find doors at the bottom of my terrain boxes.
Yeah. I've got lots of free doors. And do you know what this kind of stuff's like to paint over top? Know if you wanted to weather it?
It does paint over okay. And the one thing I may do to this after a few games is I may put some of that graffiti I've got around it. Certainly around sort of what I consider the back door.
Yeah. Because you've got your hatch there.
Yeah, it's really, really nice little kit. Okay, not a big building. It's not going to occupy a huge chunk of the table like some of the kits we're going to look at later. But
yeah, that's cool. That's easy to go prone. So easy to go prone on that one.
Everything's built with the ladder is literally built in around the side there. So again, you're not going to lose it. It's not sticking out, so it's not going to get snapped off easily. The sign comes off and fits on really snugly. So for storage, it doesn't take up a huge amount of room.
Okay, well, let's flip to the other camera and we'll have a closer look. Okay, so I think this is really nice. As we get close in, we've got this bent slit stuff that adds the curve, which I'm hand-fisted. I've got to admit, I am hand-fisted. Would you say you've got to be really careful? Was it easy? Was it delicate?
You don't have to be really careful. You do have to take a little bit of extra care with it because it is only thin MDF. It is only held together in a couple of places. It will snap if you're too forceful with it. If you're too rough with it. But it does go together fine. Once you've taken all the film off, which on this bit, because the film will keep snapping, it doesn't come off in one nice clean sheet. Does take a while. I think it probably took about 15 minutes to get all the film off that.
Would you take the film off first or second? Or
I take the film off first because it doesn't add a lot, but there's not a lot of give in these slots. So an extra sort of mil or half a mil here can make it difficult to fit it into place. But
yeah, is that supposed to be damaged like that? Or is
yeah, that came damaged.
It wasn't your finger then.
That was not me being hand-fisted. No, that was an actual damaged grill.
As you can see now, you can see the inside, the detail and the fridges. And all the fridges came with the kit.
Everything here came with the kit. I have added nothing apart from a little bit of black paint behind the vent so that the red didn't show through. That's all I did.
And it cooks happy pandas.
Hopefully it cooks noodles rather than the actual pandas themselves. I'm sure even 278 years in the future we're not allowed to eat panda.
Yeah, it's lovely. And that is really quite... It's just a simple laser cut stuff, but it just adds so much. Without straight out of the box, you can just put it on the table, away you go. And I think with a little bit of weathering, I'd be more than happy with that.
It's lovely. It's
but it's about £20.
£25, I think it comes out at.
So if you haven't got much time, I guess you could go for that. If it's time poor and cash rich, it's the kind of thing you'd go for.
It's a lovely kit to work with, as all their stuff is, and I was worried because I had the Kickstarter, the forward base had a lot of the interior resin, as this did when it was its Mark 1, and I was worried you might lose some of the character with losing the interior resin, but the MDF and the fridges add enough, because those, the forward base stuff with all the resin does become a bit of a labour of love to assemble and paint and do everything with. But these are lovely.
That works, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully I won't see him there too often. Actually, no, that was a Zanchi. I don't mind seeing him too often.
You can't
see. He can't hit the broadside of the barn door. Shall we have a look at some of the TTcombat stuff?
Okay, so TTcombat. I bought 3 pieces.
You got a little carried away.
Well, it's value for money.
You've got a lot of MDF. I'll be honest, you've got a lot of MDF.
And it's a good thickness. So this one was the cheapest of the 3. This would care about £5-6. It's not really for cover because you can't even go prone right behind it. Really, you'd have to be both prone at the either side from not to see each other. Really, and
it's going to add character to a table, though. Yeah. Certainly, the rest of your industrial sector stuff, it's going to go nicely with, just to add.
And it'll cover up parts on the map that I don't want to see.
We're good for covering up a road.
And roads and.
So you don't always want the road to be going exactly where it's going, or if we're using your plastic boards, we don't necessarily want skulls.
You don't want skulls and things like that. So that's really what I bought it for. This went together in about 10 minutes flat. It really was easy. The only thing I did do was break it here and here because it's thick stuff and quite stuck together. So I did break it a little bit, but then I'll just put rust on that when it.
You weren't being ham-fisted and clumsy.
I might have been a little bit. But I did this one first just to get me into the swing of things, so I didn't break it too much. But yeah, for the cost of it and the quality is okay. You get thick, but like I said, it is a little bit feathery. I think that's the word. You can see feathers on it.
Well, density's probably not quite as high.
Probably not quite as high, but once it's
painted, once it's primed and painted, and
but for £6, it's quite a big place.
It's not going to provide any cover. It's not really going to affect the game too much, I wouldn't have thought.
No.
But I do like it for adding a bit of interest to a table. I mean, if you've got it positioned in the right place, having the objective in the middle there.
Yeah, it could be an objective. I think maybe with some crates or something else.
Something else around it to add,
to give it a bit of height. Maybe a crate or 2 on it. Maybe we'll have to see. When I set up a table, you'll get to see it, but you won't see it until it's painted on our channel. Right, the other one. Oh, another one. Let's get rid of that one. Is
next.
Next. Oh, that was. Look, here's my notes. Look, people. That was the Municipal Infector fan platform from TTcombat, and that was from the sci-fi gothic section. This one. Yeah, I'm professional already. Sector 4 Mega Turbine, and this was from the Industrial Hive. So I organised, and this a little bit bigger.
And
again, this was about 15 quid. Not a lot. These aren't attached yet because these are going to get painted separately because I'm going to do them different colours and a rattle can basically. But as you can see, that is an S2 model and it's halfway.
So what? And you a tag up against that's going to get cover.
Yeah.
You can't hide some of the tags behind it, but yeah.
So yeah,
silhouette 2, silhouette 5, definitely get cover, full cover behind that.
Yeah, and we are definitely going to have a hand-to-hand combat above the turbine at some point, just because.
There isn't a throw short skill, is there? That's a shame.
Yeah. But it wasn't too bad to go together.
Why is there only one railing?
Because I'm not sure whether I like it or not. I don't know if you at home are the same. You kind of build things and you kind of think, and it takes me a while to work out whether I like it or not. And I'm not too sure because I kind of like that. I think if you're silly enough to go on a turbine that's spinning, railings aren't really going to. But
yeah,
I'm not sure. There should be one on either one. Make but I'm not sure I like the actual railing.
Couple of thoughts I have. I think the railings are a nice addition. I think they add a little bit more definition to that what's otherwise quite a flat surface. They're not going to provide any cover or anything. The only other way you could possibly do it is if you've got any of that like car body fixing mesh, the little diamond mesh. If you go to glue sheet section of that underneath, that might also work to if you wanted to not. You want to represent health and safety.
I am not bothered about health and safety.
Okay.
On my battle boards, I am trying to kill people.
Are there only 2 sets of stairs?
There are only 2 sets of stairs on this one, but these things apparently can attach to other parts of this type of kit.
Okay.
So that's what these are for. They can attach and make a larger Necromunda type thing from that kind of stuff. But yes, they come off. They're going to be painted green, slightly different colour to this. But it went together in about 3 hours. There wasn't really that much sub-assembly stuff. It was just kind of bish, bash, bosh, took it all together.
Fair enough.
All these separate little bits are all separate. It's not just one big bit. It kind of like goes together. So it was a bit fiddly.
Otherwise, you get the arch from there.
One-handed, it was a bit fiddly. But I imagine somebody with 2 hands would be fine. Not a problem. The claw didn't help.
Personally, I think I prefer the railing on there.
I'll stick the railings together and put them all on, and then
the only other thing
I might leave them detachable.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. That you can take.
Then I can decide.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Have you considered? And you might curse me for giving you this suggestion. Cutting a bit of thin card, or just to.
I was thinking about a bit of plastic pipe.
If you got any pipe,
just rip it off and put plastic pipe on it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
a bit of plumbing pipe, a bit of inch plumbing pipe, with maybe a 90 degrees that go into the head, that goes into the ground.
Okay, like a 90 degree elbow joint.
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of that.
It's just
they've tried, bless them, but I think a bit of plumbing pipe or conduit pipe or something like that.
It's just it's throwing my eye off a bit. I don't know why.
It's not, these aren't too bad.
No, that's why I don't know why. These ones, it doesn't really bother me. That doesn't look quite right to me.
Yeah, I have thought about putting a bit of conduit pipe or something like that in it.
Okay.
Might be a little bit better. But for now, for 15 quid or so,
comes out the box.
For the money, the size, the line of sight.
It's a nice big line of sight blocking piece of terrain. That's going to work really well with the rest of your industrial stuff.
Yeah, and what we'll do is we'll show it all together, and then we'll have a flight past. Okay, so the last bit, I've got to get up for this and drag it across. Don't forget that. I'll get the ladders. At this stage, we are still. Are we in shot? Oh no, a bit too big.
Okay, this is a monster.
And this was the similar price to the Happy Panda noodles, but it's a little bit bigger. As you can see.
Just such.
I put a Zanchi on for scale. There we go. You can certainly hide stuff in this.
We've got a circle around us to be able to see. It's massive.
Yeah, it's Zanchi just there. This took me a few days to put together because I did have to do sub-assemblies. These things had to be sub-assemblies. The roof.
You can't see it in shop, but there are 6 of these. There's another 3
You know, the three of these on the other side. What we'll do is we'll show you it all together on a fly passer on the other camera. These are still separately because I'm going to paint them different coloured greens. Again, you'll see it on a battle report, I think, better when it's further out, because it does take up a lot of tables.
You're certainly going to see it in a battle report, because you're not going to be able to get around the table very easily without going, you know, vaguely near it.
Yeah. But so TTcombat, you get value for money. This is 4 or 5 times as big as the Happy Noodle Panda.
It's hard to say that. I kept making a mess of that. Happy Panda noodles.
Yeah, noodle paddle. Yeah, that one. And bless them, you get what you pay for. It's a thicker, cheaper MDF. It's not painted. I've now got to spend another couple of days painting it, but it's only scenery, so I'm not going to spend too long about it. It's going to be rattle cans and weathering like I've done before.
But they've given you've got these little
Details,
laser bits in there, which you'll paint up as lights, I'm assuming, or something like that.
Yeah, or
using your
hazards
airbrush
or whatever. The only thing, a couple of things that I don't like about it are the doors, because I can't actually.
They're very submarine-y.
They're very submarine-y. I can't put hinges on them and open and close them and have them as opening and closing. So we're going to have some kind of automatic
Star Trek doors.
Star Trek doors. Yeah, I was very disappointed with the doors. Yeah, they're industrially kind of Star Trek thing, but yeah, I've left them in, and we're going to have to deal with it.
I think leaving them in is the right choice. We'll play them. We'll probably play them like Star Trek doors. Is the interior designed to be?
Yes, the interior is designed to be played. And if we move the front around a bit and take the top off, there's even a door here to go through. And
okay.
And you take the top off into the black void. And we'll poke the other camera in. So quick edit.
Oh yeah, so there is interior. There is interior.
As you can see, it's a big interior. What we might end up, and what you suggested, is just have a separate board for the interior of this.
Yeah, we'll get the measurements of it, and then we can have a bit of
because it needs machinery in there. It needs a big bit of machinery in there to make sense.
It needs something in there for it to be
A building like this wouldn't be empty.
No, you wouldn't imagine so. I say, yeah, part of the reason for these are obviously to help support all of the corner sections, aren't they, as well? So,
but then you can go through this door, then you down the ladder, so you're not jumping down, and then
how big is it across and long? Is it objective room equivalent?
It's bigger than an objective room.
Bigger than an objective room.
Yeah. So these are the instructions you get for it. And if you can see, this really tiny bit here is showing you fit these bits. So if you just mark these bits, so it shows you fit in these bits, but it doesn't. It's not detailed enough to let you know that you can put them the wrong way around.
Okay.
And I did. So the instructions are not fantastic. That's another little thing about it. They are on the internet. You can download them. It's not a problem. They're not fantastic. So I got a couple of mistakes, but I'm not a novice, and I can adjust things.
It's easy done. You know, there's numerous times in the past I've had to disassemble something I thought I'd done correctly.
Yeah. So yeah, I like it. Let's stick it all together, and we'll. I just popped these in there because this is one of the areas where that pipe sticks onto.
Ah, okay. So it's all supposed to be the same sort of factory layout.
Same stuff. And if I take these out for now, what we'll do is we'll stick it all together and we can have a bit of a fly pass on the other camera, and it gives you a bit of an overview.
You certainly did get an awful lot of MDF for your money.
Yeah, for £45 I think it came into total. About a week's work of assembly, after work obviously, and bits and pieces, sub-assemblies. You do get, it's half a table's worth of pretty good line of sight blocking terrain with different heights.
With these, the two bigger bits, yeah, definitely. That piece over there is more of a character piece, but yeah. I think
with a few crates.
Yeah, with scatter and stuff around it, it breaks up an otherwise flat area of the table.
Well, yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all.
And happy Panda.
Well, the workers obviously need somewhere to go for a snack. Yes. I love that.
I do. You get what you can get if you're cash rich and time poor. Antenocities Workshop every time. If you've got the time and the painting and you want to fill that table, TTcombat or something similar, definitely. But so I'm really happy, and they're two extremely different opposite ends of the scenery scale.
They are.
Okay, guys, as you can see, I've got some of the TTcombat painted up. The easy one, I admit. These have just been on a battle report. It's going to come very soon. They look great. Really pleased with them. And so, don't forget, if you enjoyed what you see, give us a like and a subscribe. That'd be fantastic. And leave comments and all that kind of stuff below. So, thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one.